This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Dickerson versus Manuel. You all are a couple living together. You've been together for about 2 years, and you thought you had met the man of your dreams. But you don't think that right now. Miss Dickerson, can you tell us why you opened this case?
Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm in love with Andre, and I just think that he's the perfect guy. Everything that I've dreamed of, everything that I prayed about in a man, he's in front of me. And things changed, and I just want to know if he's doing something because I don't want to waste my time.
And you believe what's going on is some cheating?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Mr. Manuel, that was a great build-up. She said you're the man of her dreams and everything she's ever looked for in a man, and everything else is just that one piece she's concerned about.
Just that one little piece, Mr. Cutler?
Just that one little piece.
She's worried you're cheating.
No, Your Honor, I'm not cheating. I love this girl. Like, when I met her, I knew she was the one. She's the love of my life. I'm not cheating. I'm here to prove that today.
All right. How did you two meet?
I'm a bartender, and he's one of my regulars. He used to come there all the time. And, you know, I knew that he had a crush on me. He liked me, and he wanted to take me out based on the conversation and what I love to eat and everything that I like, because I love to eat. The first time I went to his house, he literally had everything that I loved in his refrigerator.
What?
So I was just like...
How about that?
All right. Mr. Manuel did everything by the manual.
Sometimes I can't save you all from him. He's just gonna...
I mean, he just laid it out there. Boom, 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 boom.
Waste no time. It sounds like a fairy tale. You met your dream guy, but for some reason we're here because of a nightmare. Tell me why we are here.
So, let's talk about the woman answering the phone in his hotel room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this in particular time, you know, I called him, he didn't answer the phone, and I'm like, dang, like, okay, like, that's not normal. That's very strange. So I was like, okay, well, let me just call the hotel and get the hotel room and call his room phone. So when I called, a woman answered the phone. And I was confused and my heart dropped. And I was just like, is Andre there, Mr. Manuel? To sound like I was the lady at the front desk. And it got real silent. He snatched the phone. And once he heard that it was my voice, he hung up. So, yeah.
And then she said hello, and he was like, oops.
Click.
Okay.
He didn't say it, but that was like, oh, this is bad.
So literally 5 minutes later, I get a phone call, he FaceTime me, he's downstairs in the lobby out of breath. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, who is that? Why is there a woman answering the phone? And he was like, it was housekeeping. I said, what is she keeping? Like, why? Like, what is she on, you know, why is she picking up your room phone? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, go to your room right now. Let me see.
All right, so Mr. Manuel, who was the woman in your room?
Housekeeping. I had called downstairs for some towels. So she brought some towels up, and then I was over there at the desk. I was doing something, and just so happened when she came, the phone rang. And I asked her, can she pick it up? Because I was doing something. She picked it up, and it was Alex on the phone. I guess she said she was front desk. So I got on the phone, and she was doing a little bit more than what she said. She was cursing me out, who is blah, blah. And
Who the black is that answering your phone and all that?
Right.
Okay.
And she was very loud. So it's kind of embarrassing in front of the housekeeping because, like I say, I was doing nothing in there, but it's kind of embarrassing. So I hung up the phone, and I went downstairs. I immediately called her back on my cell phone. So, but there was nothing going on in the room. It was housekeeping.
I have stayed at a lot of hotels, and never have I had housekeeping
Answer the phone.
answer the phone.
Never.
They usually don't even come in the room. If you call for towels, they knock on the door and say, here.
But if he's doing something and the housekeeping, come in. If you tell him to come in, they'll come in. If he's doing something, like, set him right there. At that point, the phone rings. He's like, can you grab that?
That's right, Your Honor.
Yeah, is that what happened?
That's right, yep, yes.
Why are you looking at me like I stepped off of a plane from another planet?
Because I think you stepped off a plane from another planet. Cutler, come on, man. I know you're trying to help, Mr. Manuel.
I'm trying to be objective. I'm not helping either side. I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to give a reasonable explanation for something that happened.
I find it objectionable. That you're being objective.
I don't like that.
All right, so you have the hotel situation.
Yes.
Are there any other situations that make you go?
Yes, there was another situation with the lipstick on the hotel stationery. Yeah.
So lipstick on the hotel stationery.
Yeah, I have proof. I have evidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened, and then we'll get the proof.
Okay. So we live together, and normally I always take his clothes to the cleaners because he's busy because it's his work schedule.
Yeah.
And so this in particular time, after the hotel phone situation with this lady, I was like, let me go through his pocket. Because I've never been the person to invade privacy or anything. And so when I went through his back pocket, I opened up a love note with a woman's lips and her room number on there. Yeah.
Okay, and you brought that with you today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Ron, would you grab that for us, please?
Yes, Sean.
Well, there it is.
There it is. Room 603.
Sealed with the kiss. Well, they got some hellacious housekeepers at this hotel.
Full service housekeepers.
I need to get the name so you never ever go there.
You don't want them answering my phone?
No, that'd be a problem.
Okay.
Who is in room 603 that's leaving you kisses?
I have no idea.
Do you remember getting this note?
Yes, I do. I was downstairs at the bar, and there was a bunch of females sitting down there. It was a lady sitting across from me who had gave the bartender that note.
Oh.
And when she gave it to me, I didn't want to be rude and just throw it away right then and
When
there.
the bartender gave it to you?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was right there across from me, so I didn't want to be rude and just throw it away, so I put it in my pocket.
This was not the lady who answered the phone, was it?
No.
All right.
So once you put it in your pocket, you didn't even think about it anymore
Right,
until...
I forgot about it. I intended to take it out and throw it away, but I forgot about it.
Please tell me this is the only thing you found.
No.
What else you got?
So I decided to drive Andre's car to go to my favorite restaurant to get something to eat. And I seen a lease with his name and a woman's name on it.
A lease?
Yes.
For what?
Apartment. So.
Did you know that you were moving?
No.
Did you know that you were moving in with another woman?
No.
So this was a surprise lease.
Yes. So literally when I read it, I was like, wait a minute, like, let me look at this. And so I pulled over and I was like, okay, this address seems like the address where we live. So it's literally 5 minutes away from where we stay.
All right, now you submitted that lease to the court, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at that. It says basic rental agreement or residential lease, the owner and the tenant. This is the person who is supposed to be living there, Andre Manuel.
And he's the owner, not the co-signer.
Yeah.
And then the occupants who's going to be occupying the apartment is Kashana Burton. So, Mr. Manuel, who is Kashana Burton and why is she going to be occupying an apartment that you are the tenant on?
I was helping a friend out. And she needed someone to co-sign, like she needed someone to help her get an apartment. I've been knowing her for like 5 years. There's nothing going on between us.
Okay, but you say co-sign. This shows you as a tenant.
Right.
Andre Manuel, her name's not shown as a tenant. It just shows her as the occupant.
Right, well, her credit wasn't good enough to get the apartment, so I was doing a friend a favor and helping her out and getting the apartment.
So is there anything going on with you and this woman?
No, she's just a friend.
Are you providing housekeeping services?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Dickerson, you clearly think that there is something else going on for him to take this lease on with Miss Burton.
Yeah. I just want my peace again.
Tell him what those tears represent.
Pain, deceit.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not cheating. You know that. You know I love you.
And when you see it in black and white like this,
It hurts. Especially like when you meet somebody and they sweep you off your feet and they're everything that you've ever desired. And for them to do this, it's like, why?
and so he's told you, he's given you an explanation for it. He's told you his side of the story. You don't believe it.
No.
And you really think that he's cheating with the woman on this lease. Well, there's your side, there's your boyfriend's side, and there's that woman on the lease's side. She's here. Ron, bring her in, please.
Would you state your name, please, for the record?
Kashana Burton.
And Ms. Burton, what is the nature of your relationship with Mr. Manuel?
Me and Andre have been friends for about 5 years. We met in a gym, and we're just friends. That's like a brother to me.
Were you aware that he was in a relationship with Miss Dickerson?
No, I was not. I was not.
But you all have been friends for 5 years.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was dating someone else. I've met all his serious girlfriends and women that he's dealt with, and I didn't know that he was dating her.
So you didn't even know that they were living together?
No.
So when you asked him to help you on this lease, you didn't know there was another girlfriend?
Absolutely not. No, but I mean, I wouldn't think that it would be an issue, but no, I did not. I never heard of her.
Why didn't Miss Burton know that Miss Dickerson existed in your life?
Well, I don't know all Alex's friends neither. But like I say, it's nothing going on between me and her. So it wasn't like I was hiding it. It just never came upon it as of yet.
Why did Miss Burton think you were dating somebody altogether different?
Well, she's speaking of previous girlfriends before Alex, which was years ago.
So is your testimony to this court today that you are not cheating on Miss Dickerson?
I'm not cheating on Miss Dickerson. I love her.
Okay. Well, I think we've heard enough testimony. I think we've got a good picture of what's going on here. We've got the fact that a woman answered his hotel room phone. We've got the Post-it note with the lipstick and the room number on it. And we got the fact that Mr. Manuel has signed a lease for Ms. Burton. And he's never even talked to Ms. Burton about the fact that he's in a relationship with Ms. Dickerson. And for all these reasons, Ms. Dickerson is sure that he's cheating. And if he is cheating, what's next?
I'm gonna have to put on my big girl panties and just leave. Like, I don't deserve that.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call Kendall Schul, licensed and certified polygraph examiner, to determine, is he cheating? Rob, will you escort him in?
Kendall Schul.
How are you, Mr. Schul?
Great, Your Honor. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. We need your help today. Could you share with this couple your credentials?
I spent almost 30 years with the FBI in Washington, D.C. During that time, I completed a master's degree in polygraph. I think I'm the only person in the world that has one. And when I retired, I moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, where I opened up my own polygraph and private investigating business.
All right. You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Manuel.
I did, Your Honor.
And you asked him a series of questions.
I did.
You asked him, have you had sexual intercourse with Miss Burton, the woman listed on the lease Miss Dickerson found in your glove compartment? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Manuel, the day Ms. Dickerson called your hotel room and a woman answered your phone, did you have sexual intercourse with that woman? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Manuel, who was it that answered the phone? Couldn't have been housekeeping.
Well, it could have been.
I guess it could have been. So did you have sexual intercourse with the housekeeper?
No, I didn't.
You asked Mr. Manuel, during your 2-year relationship with Ms. Dickerson, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Ms. Dickerson? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
If not the housekeeper, who else have you had sexual intercourse with during the time that you've been involved with Ms. Dickerson?
No one.
Okay. Well, Ms. Dickerson, you came here to get some answers. You came here to find out what was going on, and you've gotten your answers. What do you want to do with this relationship?
It's over. It's over. You can have your friend.
Miss Dickerson, I am sorry. And even though this dream has become a nightmare, you can wake up. And when you wake up, you get up. And when you get up, you move on. But this ain't the end. This is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna be okay.
Thank you.
And Mr. Manuel, you know, all the flash and everything else, the way you treat women nicely and do everything for them, that is great. But until you can be true to them, it doesn't really mean anything. And you can't be true to them until you're true to yourself. So you may not be ready to admit it today, but at some point, you're gonna have to admit to yourself what you've done before you can even move forward in life. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a healthy and a happy and a trust-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.